Yeah, you know, I mean...
Hombre.
creo que soy el mejor.
Number 10, Timothée Chalamet, French. As well as growing up in a bilingual household, this actor holds dual American and French citizenship.
But you are fluent in the French.
Yeah, yes. Let's say 97%. I always give myself a little stopgap because it's not perfect.
He would also spend summers with his grandparents in Le Chambon-Soulignon, a small village. While there, he would soak up the culture. This has proven rather useful when promoting his movies in French-speaking countries.
J'ai beaucoup de gratitude, ça se dit en français, oui. Et franchement, j'ai toujours voulu être acteur ou être dans des films, alors avoir la possibilité de travailler souvent, avoir la possibilité de payer mon loyer.
If you want to hear Chalamet get his French on, check out shows like France's daily news programme Quotidien, where he's appeared on more than one occasion. Or if you want to hear him compliment his Dune co-star Zendaya in French, there's always this live interview with Warner Bros. France.
De travailler avec lui, d'avoir la chance de travailler avec Zendaya, les acteurs, les actrices comme ça, Jason Momoa, Javier Bardem, Rebecca Ferguson, ça c'est des acteurs non seulement aux États-Unis mais dans le monde qui sont des grands stars.
Number 9, Colin Firth, Italian. Remember in Love Actually, when Colin Firth's character learned Portuguese to win over Aurelia?
Claro que eu pensar que tu dizes não. Mas é Natal e só queria saber.
Well, it turns out that this wasn't a huge leap from reality for the actor. After meeting Italian film producer Livia Giugioli in 1996, Firth decided to learn Italian. Although in this case, it seemed like he was trying to impress his future in-laws.
Conosco troppo bene Italia per romanticizzare tutto, però ho una grande rapporto con l'Italia per motivi ovvi. Adesso ho 2 bambini italiani.
Certo.
He became fluent in the language down to the hand gestures and impressed many more than just Giugioli's parents. He's done several interviews in Italian, including one at the Venice Film Festival. Who knows, maybe his next step will be starring in Italian movies.
Questi mariti diversi con cui vive. Grazie a tutti voi presenti, grazie al giuria, grazie al festival.
Number 8, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, French.
Do you speak French?
Well, no, but I will.
This self-proclaimed Francophile is so imbued with his love for the country and its culture that he decided to learn the language too. He even studied French poetry at Columbia University. While he played real-life Frenchman Philippe Petit in The Walk, we've yet to see him completely flex his French language skills in a movie role. Nevertheless, you can hear his impressive skill set in an array of interviews.
Rumeur. Il y a beaucoup de rumeurs, mais c'est que ça, rumeur.
Of course, it's not perfect, but he's fluent enough to do entire interviews with confidence. For someone who's learned the language out of a passion for all things French, we have to say we're pretty impressed.
Ouais, c'est beaucoup de travail, mais si je suis arrivé avec cet résultat, ça me dit beaucoup pour avoir un Français comme vous dire ça. That's what I wanted.
Number 7, Sandra Bullock, German.
Was ist der perfekte Antrag? Wie muss er aussehen?
Da ist kein perfektes. Das gibt's nicht.
As the daughter of German opera singer Helga Mathilde Meyer, this actress was raised in a bilingual home. She spent 12 years of her childhood moving between Germany, Austria, and the US, so her German is pretty fluent.
And is this true that you grew up in Germany?
Yes, between Germany and Washington, D.C.
I never realized that.
I know.
How long were you in
Does it make me
Germany?
more fascinating to you now?
According to German publication Welt, though, the actress seems rather self-conscious when speaking her second language, perhaps due to struggling with its grammar, a plight that anyone raised bilingual will understand.
Nicht perfekt. Aber es geht. Du kannst es verstehen, also es geht.
Haben Sie noch Möglichkeiten, Deutsch zu
Ja,
sprechen?
die Familie in Deutschland.
German can seem like a different and intimidating language to learn at the best of times. But Sandra has flexed her Deutsch on several occasions.
Wer hätte gedacht, dass alle diese Berufe mich eines Tages auf diese Bühne führen würden? Aber
We're no experts, but she sounds great to us.
Tante Christel, Onkel Heinz, danke. Danke alle.
Number 6, Shakira. French, Italian, and Portuguese. If you thought that being bilingual was impressive, Shakira's language skills will blow your mind.
Oh, baby, when you talk like that, you know you got me hypnotized. So be wise and keep on.
Not only does she have a phenomenal singing voice and hips that don't lie, but she's also impressively multilingual. In addition to her native Spanish and of course English, the Colombian-born singer can also speak French, Italian, Portuguese and Arabic to varying degrees.
No, capisco tutto. Però non lo parlo molto bene. No.
So we have to be aware of what we
Bisogna
say.
imparare l'italiano, sì, capisco
okay.
tutto.
Quindi se vuoi parliamo italiano. Va bene?
Ok.
Allora adesso
me da paura.
It's obviously quite a handy skill to have when you're an international star and one that she's put into good use. Whether it's just a few sentences or the entire interview, we're sure that hearing Shakira speak their language is always a delight for her fans.
But right now I've forgotten a little bit because I haven't been able to practice, so don't embarrass me right now.
Elle veut pas être embarrassée parce qu'elle a un peu
Mais je suis très heureuse d'être ici.
Number 5, Lupita Nyong'o, Spanish. Nyong'o had her breakthrough role in the highly acclaimed 12 Years a Slave back in 2013. It was also around that time that we first discovered that she was fluent in Spanish.
Nací en México porque mi papá estaba enseñando en el Colegio de México, en el DF. Y nací en el tercer año que estaba allí. Y a los 16 años regresé a México para aprender español. Viví en Tasco, Guerrero.
The actor was actually born in Mexico, but her family returned to Kenya before she was a year old. As a teenager, her parents sent her back to Mexico to learn Spanish. Incidentally, she's also fluent in Luo and Swahili and identifies as Kenyan Mexican.
Okay. Harraka, harraka, haina, barraca.
¿Puedes decir algo en español?
Me gusta hablar contigo así.
In 2019, she also appeared on the Spanish morning show Nuevo Dia. Although she opted to mix it up between English and Spanish, she does so seamlessly.
Porque estaba haciendo, estaba inspirada de la condición spasmodic dysphonia.
Number 4, Gwyneth Paltrow, Spanish. Due to countless family holidays in France, the actor has a pretty conversational level of French.
Était très bien, était mignon, mais maintenant, dans la troisième, elle est beaucoup plus forte, beaucoup plus intéressante. Aussi, la relation entre Tony et Pepper, c'est un petit peu plus compliqué.
However, when she was a teenager, she spent a few weeks in Spain and totally fell in love with the language and culture.
Bueno, cuando tenía 15 años yo estaba estudiando español en el colegio en Nueva York y la profesora nos han dicho, hay una oportunidad a ir a España a estudiar ahí.
So much so that she's tried to pass on her passion to her kids by speaking to them in Spanish and whisking them off to the country once a year. In this interview, for instance, Paltrow details her love for the country in an almost flawless accent.
Y me encantó y fue como una temporada en mi vida muy importante y me encanta España, la cultura latina.
She can act, she can sing, she's a successful businesswoman, and she can speak multiple languages. What can't she do? Number 3, Will Smith, Spanish. Even though the Fresh Prince has been entertaining us for decades, not many of us knew that he could speak Spanish.
Su caso ha llegado a mi conocimiento y me gustaría conocerte.
We heard him speak the language in £7, but of course this is a scripted performance that he could have just learned really well. So the biggest surprise came during this interview when we discovered that he could do a lot more than just read Spanish from a script.
Muy importante, creo que en los Estados Unidos la gente habla un idioma, pero todos los países del mundo la gente habla 2 o 3 idiomas.
His language skills are bueno, and the accent is no va mal either. We're sure that this is always an exciting surprise for his Spanish-speaking fans.
Yeah, I mean, creo que soy el mejor.
Number 2, Tom Hiddleston. French, Spanish, Italian, and Greek.
Todavía no me he olvidado el traje de gorila.
Ajá, exacto.
Is that right?
Muy buen trabajo, yeah.
Which is that I haven't forgotten the gorilla suit.
The actor's profound interest in language has proven rather useful when connecting with his fans around the world.
I suppose it is our primary tool of externalizing the many complex feelings and thoughts we have as human beings.
Hiddleston has learned so many additional ones to his native English that we could easily write a top 10 just about that. Of course, he's more fluent in some than others, but he is comfortable in almost any language.
Aussi, il est très charmant, il est élégant, il est un joueur, il aime provoquer.
He's given interviews in French and Spanish, plus showed off a little Italian and Greek, among other languages as well. We can only imagine the joy that his fans feel when they hear him speak their language, as if we needed another reason to love him.
En toisi deinos tumon ukapolesen alorton usistesin hosatoste u hemas otrunes kautosen protoisepe. It's amazing. Electra.
Number 1, Bradley Cooper. French. For most of us, our high school language lessons are nothing but a distant memory. But for Cooper, learning French growing up only spurred his love for the language.
Comment a débuté ta carrière? Comment t'as démarré dans le métier?
Comment j'ai commencé? Oui.
He went on to study English and French at Georgetown and spent 6 months on exchange in Aix-en-Provence. And if you were unaware that he could speak another language, you're certainly not alone. It's surprisingly rare to hear Cooper flex his French, but on occasion, he will bring it out for interviews.
Peut-être je peux essayer en français.
Essayer en français?
Oui. Désolé si j'ai fait
Non,
fond,
c'est parfait.
Clearly, he needed more reasons to make the fans swoon, because just being the amazingly talented Bradley Cooper apparently isn't enough.
La meilleure interview de ma vie.
Trop gentil, merci.
Ouais.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.